So you guys have your golden claws all maxed out, and now you're looking for a build to use with your golden claws. Well, I've got a build for you right here, but we've got a lot of different variations of these builds available on our Discord server. If you guys are interested in something a little bit more elaborate, such as a Tempest build, or maybe something a little bit more stagger focused, definitely check the link in the video description down below to join the Discord server and check out some other builds we've came up with for these weapons. This is going to be a general purpose kind of min-max version of the golden claws build. So let's jump down into Dauntless and check out the build. All right, for the weapon, we are going to be using Chronovore's legendary weapon. We're going to put 2 pulse cells on that, and we're going to use the special Titan's Crash. For the mod, you can either use Cyclonic Strike Plate or Echo Brace Driver. For the Omni Cell, I'm personally going to be using Discipline for this build, but you can use Iceborne or Discipline with this build perfectly fine. You could even throw a Tempest in there, and it should work out pretty well. Still, it's not going to give you those massive Tempest hits that you're used to with a dedicated Tempest build, but the hits are going to be pretty good, especially if you pulse sync them because of that Blade Storm bonus. For the Lantern, we're going with Skarn's Defiance, especially paired with Discipline. This is going to give you that little bit extra survivability that you need when running Discipline, and we're going to pop +3 Catalyst into this. Now, you can alternatively run this one with Etheric Attunement, of course, or any other Insight Cell that you like. I highly recommend, though, not running Cascade with this build, as we are going to be running Adrenaline. For the helmet, we're going with Dark Watch. This is going to give us +3 Cunning, and we're going to pop a +3 Blade Storm in there to get our Blade Storm up to +6. For the jacket, we're going with Shrave Wings Jacket. This is going to give us +3 Adrenaline, and we're going to put a +3 Endurance Cell on it. For the gloves, we're going with the Fiery Gauntlets. This gives us the other +3 Endurance we need, and we're going to put a +3 Cunning Cell in there. And for the boots, we're going with Shrave Wing Boots. This is going to give us the other +3 Adrenaline we need, and we're going to put the +3 Catalyst or the +3 Etheric Attunement Cell here. For the tonic loadout, I would recommend going with Blitz, Frenzy, and Assault Tonic in this case. You are going to be capable of some really good stagger damage, and the Assault Tonic will pair really well with this in any of the higher level content such as Gauntlet. For the perk breakdown, we have +6 Adrenaline, gaining 3% damage for every 10 stamina missing, +6 Blade Storm. This gives us +40 part damage, as well as after dodging through an attack, your next attack within 5 seconds deals 400 part damage. This pairs really good with the Golden Claws, as you're already getting part damage on the Golden Claws. It basically has a built-in sharpen, so adding even more part damage to that is going to let you get a lot of part breaks on top of the damage you're already dealing. Then we've got +6 Catalyst. This is going to increase the effectiveness of your tonics and the duration of your tonics by 60%. +6 Cunning for 10% critical strike chance and +30% critical strike damage. +6 Endurance to give you an extra 100 stamina to pair with the Adrenaline, so that as you drain your stamina, you've got more stamina to drain and more damage to get multiplied off Adrenaline. +6 Pulse. Every 5th hit of your weapon is a guaranteed critical strike, with another 15% critical strike damage added to the damage we're already getting from Cunning. This works really good with strikers as you're attacking relatively quick, especially with your combo number 2. And then we have +3 Nimble from the Golden Claws, which is a little counterproductive here, as dodging through an attack is going to gain you stamina, which is going to reduce your damage from Adrenaline. Anytime you dodge before a big hit, I would recommend doing another dodge that isn't going to trigger the Nimble to get rid of that stamina you got from Nimble. This is actually going to be relatively beneficial as you're playing such low stamina. If you need to get a double dodge in, Nimble is going to keep replenishing your stamina as long as you need to do a dodge. For example, with Flameborn Rezakiri on the double tail swing, if you're out of stamina and only have enough for one dodge, you're going to be able to dodge the first tail swing as well as the second tail swing because of Nimble. Now, the perks that we're getting off of the treasured Golden Claws, we're getting +3 Blade Storm, +3 Nimble, as well as 30% part damage with some extra effects. After dodging through an attack, your next attack within 5 seconds deals 150% part damage. That's going to pair really well with the +6 Blade Storm. Also, after dodging through an attack, your next attack within 5 seconds deals +150 stagger damage. This is going to pair really well with your already high stagger damage to try to keep the behemoth locked down. Of course, once it gets up, you have an opportunity for a dodge to either get a part stagger off of the sharpened like effect of this weapon and the Blade Storm combination, or to re-stagger the behemoth with that extra stagger damage. Another part of this effect is that while you're below 30% maximum health, you gain 15% attack speed. You also have a reduction of 200% of your maximum health with this, which is one of the reasons why I wasn't comfortable running Berserker on this build. This weapon plays really well with Tempest. I'm currently running it with Discipline. If you want to take advantage of that additional attack speed though, I would definitely recommend trying this out with Revenant. Another option, of course, though, would be to run this with Iceborne, as when you get down to your lower hit points, you're going to gain that extra attack speed to help you rapidly lifesteal off the behemoth. Now, the Treasured Golden Claws is a very interesting weapon. It's not on the same level, I feel, as the Silver Sword was. The Silver Sword, I think, was a much stronger weapon than the Treasured Golden Claws are. But on the other hand, they're definitely not a bad weapon. They definitely play favor to some unique playstyles like Tempest. This is definitely a weapon I would encourage you to try a Tempest build on. But there's so many variations of how you can build Tempest with this one. Do you want to go with +6 Sharpened or +6 Blade Storm, or both of them at the same time to just really add on that part damage from Tempest? Or do you want to go with a full acceleration build? There's a lot of options with this weapon, and I think this one's going to be one that might not be the best weapon right now, but I think maybe next season, even with the release of new cells from Dauntless Season 4, we might find some unique things we can do with this weapon with some new cells in the game. It's definitely something I would recommend you grind for if you haven't already, just because of the potential of it being really strong later on down the road. Currently, though, it is definitely not my favorite pair of strikers to run, but it definitely gives you the option of running Tempest, which is something you just don't really get to do very often with strikers, and really benefiting from it as much as you would, say, a weapon like Repeaters. If you guys are interested in trying out some of the other playstyles of the Treasured Golden Claws, we've got builds in the Discord server. You can check the video description for the link to the Discord server and check out some of the other builds we've been theory crafting with the claws. A lot of the people in our guild already have the claws maxed out and have been trying to come up with something they like to play the claws with. And I think that the claws really give you a lot of options for playstyles, and every build is not going to be the same. And there's a lot of variations in, say, playing Tempest with this weapon. So there's a lot of things I would try out before you really settle on the perfect build for you for the Golden Claws. If you guys are still working through the quest for the Golden Claws, though, I will leave a link to a video right here. That video has a build guide video that is set up very well for just grinding out the XP for it. And if you guys are interested in doing the 108 Gauntlet XP grind for these weapons, we have builds in the Discord server specifically for that purpose as well, which are focused more on staggering and overpowering the behemoth rather than doing part damage. And I will see you guys in the next video.